But you see how much kidnappers are taking from victims.
My thing is, problem with the, I think all the stakeholders in this, they need together, and I think with them. The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed, and once you get the support, your airline will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Morning. Welcome to another beautiful edition of Inside Nigeria on Leadership Television. It's a cloudy morning in the city of Abuja, and I don't know what situation like weather reports in other parts of the country. My name is Winifred Gabon, and you can see I'm in the studio this morning. My guest is unavoidably absent. So we are going to be reviewing the paper, see what the papers are saying. This Monday, July 18th, 2022. As usual, we are going to review four papers. As we have four papers in our menu, Nigeria's most influential newspaper leadership. This is the publication National Economy, THISDAY, and Blueprint newspaper. Welcome once again. Yes, we are still starting with leadership this morning, July 18th, 2022. The cover story says how infighting disloyalty caused APC's defeat in Osun. How infighting disloyalty caused APC's defeat in Osun. And we have portfolio of riders underneath the story. It says why jubilation in Osogbo as Adeleke's family produces second governor in 30 years. Why jubilation in Osogbo as Adeleke's family produces second governor in 30 years. And Governor Ayetola of Osun State says we are still studying election outcome. Victory signposts PDP's return to Villa, according to Atiku and PDP's chair Ayu. CSOs authenticate INEC results, seek interagency collaboration. Is democracy's triumph over violence, according to Abdul Salami, Nigeria's past head of state. How infighting disloyalty caused APC's defeat in Osun. Why jubilation in Osogbo as Adeleke's family produces second governor in 30 years. We are still studying election outcome, says Governor Oyetola. Victory signposts PDP's return to Villa, according to Atiku and National Chairman of PDP, Ayu. CSOs authenticate INEC results, seek interagency collaboration. And Abdul Salami, former Nigeria's head of state, says is democracy's triumph over violence. That's the leading story on leadership this Monday. And let's see what other stories there are on the cover of leadership above the masthead. Muslim ticket, nation building beyond religious sentiments, according to Bakare, Pastor Tunde Bakare. It says Muslim ticket, nation building beyond religious sentiments. In reference, obvious reference to Tinubu APC's presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, former governor of Borno State. There have been so many reactions trailing the choice of Tinubu APC's candidate for as his running mate, and it has generated and elicited different comments from all sections of the country. Kaduna train attack, Niger government seeks release of General Garba's wife, 5 children. Kaduna train attack, Niger government seeks release of General Garba's wife, and 5 children. Stories on page 13 of leadership. Why the Muslim ticket in fighting story is on page 7 on leadership newspaper. For more on the stories, you log on to our website to read more. And if you are within the country, you can also get a hard copy to read more on them. From leadership, we're moving over to the next paper, and that is THISDAY. These days, see the same Osun State story. There was a Guba election and on Saturday, where Adeleke emerged the winner. So most papers this morning are running and leading with the story still on Osun State. Buhari, Osun people have expressed their will through ballot. It must matter, be respected. Buhari, Osun people have expressed their will through ballot. It must matter, be respected. Congratulates PDP's Adeleke on electoral victory. Reiterates commitment to credible electoral system. Atiku Ayu Saraki Diri Obaseki Obi others salute winners. This story on page 5 of this day. Buhari Osun people have expressed their will through ballot. It must matter, be respected. While congratulating PDP's Adeleke on electoral victory, Buhari reiterates commitment to credible electoral system. Atiku Ayu Saraki Diri Obaseki of Obi others salute winner. For more on the stories council, log into this day website. And on top of the leading story, we have a story on NSC, and it says NSC goes to go ahead with nationwide protest over closure of universities. Nigerian Labour Congress vows to go ahead with nationwide protest over closure of universities. The story is on page 8 of this day. And just above the masthead, we have Kyari federal government to continue to determine petrol prices despite NNPC's transition to commercial entity. Kyari federal government to continue to determine petrol prices despite NNPC's transition to commercial entity. Kyari is the NNPC Group Managing Director. He says federal government will continue to determine petrol prices despite NNPC's transition to commercial a entity. The story is on page 10 of this day. From this day, sorry, we're moving to the next paper we have on our menu. Is still on Osun State victory election that took place that held on Saturday. The leading stories on Atiku Ayu Mark orders on Osun Guba. Adeleke's victory over Yetola referendum on 2023. Atiku Ayu Mark orders on Osun Guba. Adeleke's victory over Ayetola referendum on 2023. The ship of hope already at harbor, SVP Atiku. My mandate path to progress, Governor-elect Adeleke, sorry. I'm not aware of my party's loss, APC Chair Abdullahi Adamu. Buhari congratulates Governor-elect, urges respect for the people. Remain calm, Oyetola, sorry, tell supporters. ICPC arrest 3 for vote buying. Collation free of hitches, observers. Atiku Ayu mark orders on Osun Guba. Adeleke's victory over Yetola referendum on 2023. The ship of hope already at harbor, SVP. My mandate path to progress, Governor-elect. I'm not aware of my party's loss, APC Chair Adamu. Buhari congratulates Governor-elect, urges respect for the people. Remain calm, Oyetola tells supporters. ICPC arrest 3 for vote buying. Collation free of hitches, observers. The story is on page 6 of Blueprint newspaper. Meanwhile, Blueprint newspaper also had other stories, interesting stories on its cover. We are going to be taking them one after the other. Surgery. Osibajo used local hospital as a mark of confidence in Nigerian doctors. NMA, that is Nigerian Medical Association. Osinbajo used local hospital as a mark of confidence in Nigerian doctors. NMA. How VP refused medical operation abroad. That is on page 5 and 20 of Blueprint newspaper. Still on the same cover, food inflation highest in Kwara, Kogi, Rivers, June. Going to NBS, page 25 has the story. Food inflation highest in the Kwara, Kogi, Rivers in month of June, NBS says. 2022 Hajj, 1,782 pilgrims back in Nigeria, according to NACON. 2022 Hajj, 1,782 pilgrims back in Nigeria. NACON, the story is on page 5 of Blueprint. Why World Bank deploys $114.9 billion to finance global crisis in 2022. World Bank deploys $114.9 billion to finance global crisis in 2022. Stories on page 24 of Blueprint newspaper. And underneath, we have a story, a strip, why Catholic Church isn't supporting any presidential candidate, according to Cleric. Stories on page 15 of Blueprint. ASU to federal government. Caution Ngige, that is the Minister of Labour, Ngige, Chris Ngige, before he plunges nation into chaos. ASU to federal government. Caution Ngige before he plunges nation into chaos. NSC mobilizes for nationwide solidarity protest over union strike. That's the story on Blueprint, and the story continues from there to page 5 of Blueprint. Still on Blueprint newspaper, we have a story just okay. I think that is all we are taking on Blueprint. For more on the stories, you can log on to their website to see more of them. From Blueprint, we are moving to our sister publication, and that is National Economy. National Economy, as usual, has leading story, an investigative story. Lagos Port imported vehicles trapped over suspension of terminal operator. Lagos Port imported vehicles trapped over suspension of terminal operator. That's the leading story on National Economy. Let's see what the story is all about above the masthead. Nigerian states get 351.65 billion grants. Nigerian states get 351.65 billion naira grants from World Bank sponsored SFTAS program. Nigerian states get 351.65 billion naira grants from World Bank sponsored SFTAS program. The story, while the story continues on the cover, it also goes over to close to page 5 of National Economy. Just before we go, have another story underneath the picture on the cover. Yes, sea piracy has declined in Gulf of Guinea. Stories on page 5. Then we have other stories, bank stories, group tax, federal government on incentives for manufacturers. For more on business news, you get log on to the website of National Economy and read more, or you get a hard copy. Well, viewers, we've run through the headline stories of four selected national dailies on today's program, Inside Nigeria, which was brought to you on Leadership Television. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, same time, same station, for another fresh program on the program Inside Nigeria. Don't forget to join us then. I remain Winifred Ubebo. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.